Alright, so a couple people were asking, and I wanted to make a quick video showing you how to remove the bolts on these Sasquatch wheels. So there's a few things to take note of. The first thing is that these bolts are steel. The wheels cast aluminum. When these bolts are installed at the factory, they have a thread sealant or thread locker applied, a yellow thread locker. I'll show you. Another thing to pay attention to when you're removing these is that you want to make sure that your T45 is fully inserted when you're breaking these loose. I've had these on and off a few times, so they're a lot easier than the first time I removed them, but the same stuff still applies. When you're removing them, you want to make sure you're applying a counter torque to your ratchet as you're breaking them loose. So in some videos I've seen people, they're trying to loosen these up and they only have one hand, and they're trying to remove them at a really strong angle like this. So as they're taking them out, they're stripping the head, and the bolt actually will come out at an angle, and they'll be fighting it. So when you're removing these, you want to make sure that your bit is fully engaged and that you're applying a good counter torque. And you want to do these, unratchet them or ratchet them out completely. You don't want to use any power tools the first time you're taking them out, because that thread sealant that they applied at the factory, as you're taking these out, it kind of will crumble off and it will get stuck in the threads and make it difficult. And if you hit these up, try and blast them off with an impact, you're going to damage the threads in the wheel, and you do not want to have to replace your wheel or go without one of these bolts because you ripped them out too quickly with too much torque of an impact. So here's one of the bolts. As you can see, this is the yellow thread sealant that's applied. The first time you remove all of these and you get all these bolts out, you want to make sure that you take a rag to them or microfiber and wipe off any excess of thread sealant. You'll see it'll kind of crumble off and it'll come off in pieces. So when you put these all back on, before you do that, you want to clean all the bolts and clean all the bolt holes out. So you can do that with just a little air nozzle and kind of blasting out with the air and getting all the debris out. The debris will be the yellow thread sealant that has hardened and gotten stuck in there. So when I install them, I put just a little bit of thread anti-seize on there, just an aluminum paste anti-seize, and then I torque them to 20 inch-pounds. But again, when you're removing them, you want to make sure that you're fully engaged, you've got good support on it, and when you break them loose, you're not here snapping down and really breaking them. And you want to be down there nice and square, not at an angle, trying to pull these out, because they will strip. The bolts are steel, wheel is aluminum, it will strip out the wheel. So when you're taking these out, take them out the first time completely with the ratchet, clean all the bolt holes before you reinstall them, and I torque them to 20 foot-pounds. And you also don't want to hang on these things while you're here on the wheel. So just doesn't take much. Again, you're going a hard steel bolt in a cast aluminum wheel. So if you put too much torque on them, you will strip the wheel out. So again, you don't want to, when you're removing these, you don't want to be here at an extreme angle trying to remove them. Nice and straight with your bit all the way bottomed out. Thanks for watching. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask them. Leave a comment and I will try and respond as soon as I can.